Hey Capricorn, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This is for a Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus or Cusp, or Mars. You're someone who's somebody. Whoever you are somebody. You're someone who is somebody because you have a lot of people trying to be your friend, a lot of people trying to be in your energy, everybody wants something from you, is kind of what I'm getting, but you have an entourage and or a large group of friends, or there's a lot of people in your family. Oh, okay, I had a dream years ago. Not sure why this is relevant, but there's a lot of people, whoever you are, you've probably been working your whole life, like since you were a child. And there are a lot of people who are living lives of luxury off of your hard work or your creativity, your energy. Your hard work, your energy, your creativity. There's people that live a life of luxury off of your back. That's like families. Okay. I want to say, how long ago? I don't know why this dream just popped up that I had, I want to say 15 years ago maybe, about someone who's an icon. You would all know her name. I'm not going to say it, but this person, yeah, they have been working since they were little. I'm going to try to keep it vague. But at the time, there was something going on with them, obviously. PR issues, kind of malicious attacks from different places. And I don't know why I dreamed about her last night. It's almost like I was allowed, by her team to kind of see where she was at her heart and soul in all of this. And so this is someone who was in the spotlight, even as a kid. Even as a young person, they were in the spotlight, and there was a lot on their back. There was a lot of people, or like a company, corporation that was them, or their image. They had a team, they had an entourage, they had a family that they were supporting, and it was all on their shoulders. And what I saw was extremely disturbing. I was allowed to kind of see the spiritual side of that person, who's still an icon, by the way, but is older now, what they were surrounded with. And I almost saw it like, do you know those giant kids' playground / ball pits areas that they have in like some McDonald's, or if you go take kids to the giant indoor, it's like I just want like giant hamster tubes, that sort of thing. It's almost like, and I want to say she was probably 14 at the time that I had this dream, but she was carrying this giant box of shoes. All different kinds of shoes: tap shoes, ballet shoes, street shoes, sexy shoes, I don't know, house shoes, court shoes. It's court shoes. It's all, it was a giant box of shoes, and every pair of shoes that she was carrying represented a different role that she was being expected to play. And she was scrambled, and she was focused, and the shoes kept spilling out of the box, and she was constantly having to grab them while trying to maneuver through this fun house type hamster wheel tubes playhouse, while the thing was, she was scrambling There was not enough time. She was being asked to do a million different things. But everyone that was relying on her, including friends that would have been in her entourage, including family that would be her parents, grandparents, older people that even she would look up to, that have almost gaslit her into thinking that it's her responsibility to keep this whole thing afloat. But everyone was just sitting back and drinking. They were all dressed in the finest clothes. They were wearing furs. They were drinking and eating at the finest restaurants. And they were chilling. They were relaxed. They were benefiting clearly off of this person who was working so hard that they couldn't even see what was coming next. It was just them. They were so overworked. They had so much on their plate. They were asked to wear so many different hats, so many different pairs of shoes, that it was absolutely impossible. But they didn't look up to notice that everyone on the outside, everyone besides her, everyone, her friends, her cousins, her co-workers in the different avenues that she was working, was chilling with giant glasses of wine, wearing furs, laughing and dancing and just living the gay, merry life. The Great Gatsby. But it was all off of her back, her hard work, her so busy, that she didn't realize that, like, everyone in her life benefited from keeping her so busy and keeping her thinking that it was all on her shoulders, that it's normal, that it was okay. And she was just being drained and dropping everything, and no one was helping her. No one was catching the shoes and putting them back in the box. No one was bringing her a goblet of wine. No one was covering up her little cold shoulders. She had these little skinny cold shoulders, and there was all these fat cats in suits and furs. And I could see that they were just surrounding her. And she'd been doing it for so long, she thought it was normal. So this is relevant to whoever is listening. If you're still with me and this is relevant to you, this is you ending a cycle where you exist like that. Where the entourage, the group, is more important than you in that moment being okay and saving your money. For whoever you are, there's an illusion here that you'll be able to keep up this paying for everyone. You know, you go to the club, you pay for everyone. And because you're so stressed out, you're the one that can't have fun. It's like you're paying for everyone else to have fun. And you're going to end up exhausted, demoralized, and possibly even just trying to keep up appearances with the money as you realize that it's being drained faster than you realized it was, because you were so busy by these sycophants and these people who are maybe even parental figures, who have convinced you that this entire thing resides on your shoulders, that everything is your fault. Their well-being is your responsibility. And you might be the youngest one or something. The 5 of Cups in the world, this is the end of that life for you. If you have to cut off everyone from your entourage, if you're finding that there are fair weather friends around you, and I pulled some cards for that. If you're like, how do I know? If you need specifics, let's go. This is a victorious culmination of a very difficult cycle where there was a lot of people living off your hard work, dedication, and energy. And they didn't deserve it, and they don't deserve it. And that ends now with the world twice. Successfully for you. Or it's you are waking up to maybe being in the dark about your finances and trusting the wrong people in the industry because you're related, because they're your friends, because they shouldn't. Because they shouldn't is never a reason why people do wickedness, is it? But it's been on your shoulders, it's been on your back, and it's not right, and it's not fair. And you will end up feeling completely depleted and alone, and then by the time you're not there to support their lifestyle anymore, they won't even know you, right? So much for friendship. But there might be a message coming in that shines the light on something and shows you that you are responsible for literally no one in this life except for yourself and what you create and bring into this world. Not everybody else. Everybody else in the whole world. Hold on. What is this wild card? I pulled 3 cards for 3 people that you might be questioning. So one is a singer. Dinosaur wants its fossil back. So if there's someone in your family who was in the industry or in the business, and they're just like, hey, this is just how it goes in the business, pay attention, even if it's your dad, even if it's your grandpa. Maybe they were a celebrity or a minor celebrity or something like that, and there's definitely a jealousy there. And there's definitely issues other than the fact that it's your responsibility, because it's not your responsibility, but this person might make it out to be that way because it benefits them. Should I pull a card on that? Let me see. Oh boy. This person is, this would be a dad, CEO, grandpa. Let me show you the ropes, kid. They're living fat off the sweat off your back. That's what they're living, like a fat cat off the sweat off of your back. And they need you. You don't need them. That's a clue. Maybe a former singer who is the CEO or a father, and it's like you are surpassing them. And it is not your responsibility to make sure that they have this lifestyle that they think they deserve. There's a lot of people that will convince themselves that they deserve what you've built, and they don't, and it's not right. And it doesn't matter who it is to you. It's not okay. 5 of Swords would, if you're not into tarot, this is not a good sign. If this is a parental figure, they do not have your best interest in mind. And I'm so sorry to say that, but this should just be confirmation. It shouldn't be like all new information. But it's not right. This is someone who will keep you fighting, stuck in your own mind, because it benefits them. When they should be protecting you or helping you invest, and they're not. They're just living off the sweat off your back. That's just what I'm getting, okay? And they're older. They're a dinosaur. They're kind of obsolete in the business, maybe. So that's a clue. What's this other one? Wild card. Wait, should I pull another one? Should have followed the instructions. Tell your story in first person. So this could be someone that tells a lot of stories. Hold on, is this a friend? Yes. Dead go. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, let me pull another one for that wild card here. No way, another wild card. Whoa. Your main characters, this is a giant stack, by the way. Look at that. Your main character is a panda bear. Maybe they could have the appearance of being very loving and cuddly, like a teddy bear, but they're actually very vicious on the inside. Let me pull another one from the wild card. There's like 3, oh gosh. Someone who needs to buy a gift. This person always expects you to buy them presents, and they never have one for you. This is someone who would expect you to remember their birthday, but they don't remember yours. It's like, that's got to be a clue here. It's got to be the moon. They're not honest. They think they're going to write out this whole career with you as your, is this a friend? Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Leo. This is a friend. It's a friend that you shouldn't trust. They tell lots of stories. They expect you to buy everything. They don't even say thank you anymore. They don't even say thank you. They expect you to get them in the VIP room, and they don't even say thank you. That's a clue. The next person that you need to watch out for or cut completely out of your entourage, like now, starting today, at least emotionally, jump rope champion, flying blanket. It's like a whole new world. Jump rope champion. So they could be an athlete, they could be very fun and adventurous, like I can show you the world, they're going to take you around the world, but you're the one that's going to be paying for it. You're the one that ends up paying for it. Like, why? They have a very tricky way of getting people to take them on, like, very expensive trips. That's a clue. Ugh. This person is not truthful. They're very greedy. They're very materialistic. They could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or they could be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. They will be older as well. Like, probably older than you. Maybe they're like, as well, hey, let me show you this amazing place that I used to go to or something, but you're still paying for everything, and they know it. And they're keeping you bound to them for those reasons. To use you. To keep you bound to them. Because they like the lifestyle that it affords them. They're not paying for anything. Sorry, I want to smash them. They don't bring balance into your life. It's like whenever they're around, you feel out of balance. Think about how you feel whenever they're around. I'm going to pull another thing. Borrower. They're going to borrow money from you and never pay it back. Friends don't notice. It's like this person pretends to live a life of luxury, but it's like everything's borrowed. It's not really theirs. They can't really back it up with their own hard work and dedication. They like to project the appearance that they're on the same level as far as hard work and dedication and building their own empire, and they're not. Okay, so those are clues that maybe you need to cut down the amount of people who have access to you, have access to your money, because you could literally end up robbing Peter to pay Paul just to keep up with credit cards here. But that's not going to happen because you're going to put up your defenses. You're going to put up boundaries that you enforce. You might be kind of a wounded warrior at this point. Just, they've been chipping away at you. Whether they're friends or family or entourage or whatever it is. You're not going to let them drain your finances or your bank account. You will have the legacy that you've been working for. This is financial independence, where you can pass on your wealth to your children and your children's children and their children's children. But if it was up to these people, even if they're family, they'd take everything you have. If you were an orange, they'd suck out your juice and throw away the rind. But you're not going to let that happen. Okay, you're a very resilient person. Whoever you are. Maybe you take on so much because you could do it in your sleep because you're very gifted. And maybe you love to do it. But that doesn't mean that you are being asked to do all the hard work for everybody. Everybody needs to do their own hard work here. Okay, so it's time to start learning how to say no. And if you already know how to say no, walking away. You cut your losses, even if you've put a lot of time and attention and devotion and care into it. This can only mean one thing. You escape the disappointment of being used and abused by those who are fine with relaxing like fat cats and goblets of wine while you're working hard, and they never even bring you a glass, and they never ask if you're okay, and they never ask if you need anything, and they don't help you pick up those shoes when they're spilling out all over the box. Like, this is you in control. This is your financial wealth. Being your financial wealth now and in the future by cutting out those who expect you to have empathy and sympathy for them and they have none for you. It's like if you were flying a plane. No. If you built the plane and you're flying the plane, and everyone that is a guest on your plane is eating and drinking and laughing and watching movies and having a good time and drinking giant goblets of wine, and they're full, and you're up front and you're starving and you're thirsty, and they won't even bring you a plate of food or a glass of wine or a drink of water. This is very, very specific, obviously. And if you decided to put on autopilot for a second to go ask someone, they'd look at you like, how dare you ask? Like, how dare they look at you like, how dare you ask? They might, like, even the younger generation or somebody younger doesn't even recognize you. They don't even know you're the one that built the plane, who's flying the plane. And the audacity of them hanging out and having parties without even coming up to check on you, offer you a glass of water, and then look at you crazy when you pop out for a second to say, hey, what's going on here? But something's going on here that you have to walk away from. It's limiting you. Like I was saying, I'm seeing your body itself like a beautiful orange. Just this beautiful creation of nature and God in its plump ripeness. And they all decide to get around and squeeze it together and then throw away the rind. And you're not going to let that happen. It's creating a brittleness in your body, in your heart, and it doesn't have to be that way. The second you start saying no to those who are entitled to your hard work, dedication, and skill, your energy. You've had enough empathy. Now it's time for empathy for yourself and your bank account and your future. Oh, is this your note? It's gotta be. I have a bunch of notes when I decided to do readings today. They start popping out, you know? Your so-called friends, your entourage, will start to fade like a mirage. Once you are spread so thin, you have nothing left within. The burden of weight is not part of your fate, so go get yourself a massage. Not everyone a massage, yourself. A real nice one, a real expensive one. From now on, you are your responsibility. All right, love you guys. Bye-bye.